Hi, I am Dr. Mini Ram. I am the psychologist for the Chennai Plastic Surgery team. Today I am going to address a few queries regarding gynecomastia. Gynecomastia. The name sounds pretty complicated, but actually it's a very simple term. It's just a benign enlargement of breast tissue among males. A lot of people ask me whether it's hereditary or how do you get it, how does it develop. It's actually the influence of maternal hormones or just hormonal changes in pubescent boy's life that occurs when he attains puberty. So sometimes it can also be the after effect or side effect of medication. So simply put, an adolescent goes through a lot of bodily changes during puberty. This is just one of them. And this is the most complicated of them because everybody knows during adolescence there will be a lot of hair growth, there will be the development of sexual organs, there will be the deepening of the voice. This I'm talking about for males. What people don't really get is the development of breasts in some males. And this is very, very confusing for adolescents because they have no awareness of it and they don't know who to go to. They are ashamed about their condition. So it gets very, very humiliating for them. They get depressed, they even get suicidal sometimes. So it's high time we address the queries so everybody understands what this term means. Another important aspect that I'm going to cover right now is social isolation. When a young male faces a condition like this, they are very embarrassed, they become very conscious of their bodies, they think something is wrong with them, they think they are terminally ill because it's not normal for a young male to have breasts. So what they do, they tend to isolate themselves. They sit at home, they feel embarrassed to undress, so they can't go to a gym, they can't go swimming and do normal activities like that. They tend to be away from everybody and just be by themselves. What social isolation finally leads to is depression because you're constantly by yourself and then you tend to feel moody, angry, frustrated, you feel hopeless, you feel helpless. That again leads to feelings of suicide. So see, we have everything leading to one or the other. So I would refrain from adolescents keeping quiet about their condition and to come out with it and openly talk about it, get help and treatment because there's plenty available in the present times and just be happy. See, adolescence is a very, very tender age where males are very, very vulnerable to teasing, to insults, to criticism. They are very, very sensitive. So this is the age where the parents should be highly careful and have an open communication with them so that they can address all issues related to their sexuality. Growing from a young boy to a young male, the transition is very hard. But if parents can actually help them, it would be wonderful for the child to actually know that there is something or there is a condition like this and then they can actually get help. In some cases when it's very mild, just lifestyle changes would do. A proper diet, proper exercise is all is required. But sometimes when the cases are very severe, definitely surgical intervention is required. I was talking about teenagers earlier. Now let me address what adult males go through when they have this condition. For them, they have intimacy issues. When they have relationships with their girlfriends or spouses, a lot of embarrassment occurs because they are embarrassed to undress in front of their spouses or girlfriends. Because they are embarrassed or they feel they will get criticized, and you know, a man's ego, it's very, very hard to be broken. So what happens sometimes, there are a lot of broken marriages because of this condition. Men are not very prone to go for surgery or even take treatment because of the embarrassment, because of their male ego. But I would suggest that they forget everything and if they want to lead a happy life with their spouses or girlfriends, they go for either lifestyle changes or surgical intervention because that's the only option they have to live a happy life. First and foremost, there should be acknowledgement from the parents' side. Once the adolescent boy approaches his parents and asks them for help, they should not make fun of him or criticize him or humiliate him. Parents tend to do that because they have a stereotype image of a boy or man in their minds. And when their sons are not up to the expectations, they tend to be a little harsh. That I would avoid parents to refrain from doing, because that age is very sensitive for the young males. They may develop low self-esteem, lack of self-confidence. They may develop intimacy issues in their adult lives. So please, parents, refrain from criticizing your gods. Please be open in your communication. If the child needs help, please take him to a professional so that he can get tested. And there is definitely help out there. The first stage is acknowledgement, then comes awareness, then comes the treatment phase, and then you're all set for a happy, stress-free life. When it comes to intervention for a condition like this, it has to be both physical and mental. Physical in the sense of definitely a proper diet is required. I mean, there have been obese patients coming to me with this problem, and they expect just immediate surgery, which is not actually the right thing to do. The first method is to see if it can get solved by a proper diet and regular exercise. Consistency is what is lacking in most young males, I've realized. Be consistent with your diet, be consistent with your exercise, and definitely you'll see a difference. When it comes to the mental aspect, try meditation. It definitely works to keep your mind stress-free from this condition. Constantly negative thoughts about this condition is not going to help. So take time off, take 10 to 15 minutes a day. Just think of nothing. Try to meditate and keep yourself calm and free. Along with the physical and the mental exercises, definitely you will see a difference. One of the unique things about this particular surgery, the condition gynecomastia, and the surgery behind it, is the fact that it can be done at a very young age, as young as 13. So that's a huge advantage. So I would advise parents to come forward with their children to acknowledge this condition as soon as they find out that their child is suffering from this condition, so that they can get it done at an earlier age and be worry-free, and as well as keep the child stress-free. Finally, I would like to conclude by saying if you want to do something about your condition, instead of stressing about it or being depressed or being socially isolated or feeling very negative and frustrated or angry, do something, take the first step. Be aware of your condition. There are a lot of support groups on the internet. There are a lot of chat groups where there are other people suffering from the same condition as you. You're not the only one. So please go out there, get some kind of an understanding of your condition. I'm sure you'll also get some answers as to what to do about your condition. Like I said earlier, there are lifestyle changes for very mild conditions, and for severe conditions, like I said, there has to be surgical intervention. So please be aware, please acknowledge you have a problem, go do something about it. It's one life, live it happily.